Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and just days away from the release of the first Strangers of Paradise DLC, we got an info bomb on all the new content being added. In this video, we'll cover what you may already know and some things you might have missed from the media NDA lifting for the DLC. Now first off, I caught an eye of this tweet this morning touting the surface level volume of content. 4 new main missions, 9 new side missions, 3 new jobs, 2 new boss battles, a new weapon type, and the Bahamut difficulty mode. To be honest, I expected like 2 missions, maybe a new job, and more item level on the gear, so the volume is already a good deal higher than I expected, off to a good start. However, the information is elaborated on by Gematsu, who released a bunch of additional details about the contents for Trials of the Dragon King. First, it shows a few new screenshots of Bahamut and the Warrior of Light, 2 bosses we saw featured in the teaser for the DLC. Bahamut appears to want to work with Jack on his mission to train up heroes to conquer the Chaos and free Cornelia from the Lefenians, while the Warrior of Light represents a hero from one of Garland's time loops, as well as his allies. I'm curious to see if this is one of the earlier incarnations of the Warrior of Light from one of the earlier time loops, or if it's the one that we play as in Final Fantasy I. It's possible they could just have them look the same and that this isn't who we think it is. Then the article covers the 3 new jobs being added in: Summoner, Evoker, and Pilgrim. I'm assuming that Pilgrim is the base job and that Evoker is advanced and Summoner is expert, so let's start with the latter and talk about Pilgrim. Now this actually introduces the new weapon type, Staff. The Pilgrim is stated to be able to turn the staff into an assault hook that allows it to grab onto enemies. I'm assuming this is more a trait of the staff itself, as right after that, it is described as a striking weapon that specializes in controlling the distance between you and an opponent, allowing for quick gap closing or disengagement depending on what you need. I'm curious to see how it feels because it's just tough for me to put down my fist weapons. I love them so much in this game. Now Evoker is the next job that they talked about, and this one focuses on summoning spirits to do its bidding. It has a variety of offensive and supportive moves depending on what actions you command the spirit itself to do. And finally, Summoner can call on Bahamut himself, bring him into battle to do massive AoE attacks and obliterate hordes of foes at the cost of their MP and max MP. It all sounds pretty neat, but saying there are only 3 new jobs actually doesn't tell the whole story of the job-related adjustments coming in the DLC. For those who haven't played the original Final Fantasy I, Bahamut was known for advancing your base jobs if you brought him the Rat's Tail from the Citadel of Trials. It seems that by completing Bahamut's trial missions, you can earn Rat's Tails, which can similarly advance your existing jobs from the base game. Using the Rat's Tail, you can choose one of 2 new paths to empower your playstyle further in each of the skill trees. A few names we see for these advanced jobs are Knight of Destiny, Black Belt, Holy Dragoon, Yojimbo, Conqueror, and Royal Guard, each advancements of various existing jobs. We don't know if this is all of them, and we don't know how many there are, because it's possible the split paths don't actually have different names, but that's just something we'll find out in a few days. So if the new jobs aren't really your thing, your favorite existing jobs are about to get a bit more pumped up as well. Now on top of that, there's new equipment available. First, there's a new equipment slot for accessories, and that will give you access to powerful new effects and even entirely new abilities. Given the names of some of them in this screenshot, it also seems like revisiting some older bosses may yield some boss-specific accessories for you to farm up. Then there's some new things added to the gear. Now anything found on the hard difficulty or above can be imbued with chaos abilities, granting even more powerful effects than usual. The higher the difficulty, the higher the drop rate on chaos gear, so expect the really high difficulty stuff to get a little bit nutty. Finally, the actual content and the new difficulty, the Bahamut difficulty. This new difficulty is just largely used for the new missions. By setting this difficulty, the Bahamut tab opens up, giving you access to Bahamut's trials and his exchange shop, as well as some conversations that let you advance the DLC's actual story. The trials themselves will provide various debuffs to Jack and crew, and you can even adjust them to match your playstyle or skill. The more difficult you make it though, the better the rewards, so there's some encouragement for trying new things or trying to debuff yourself a little more to increase your drop rates. Speaking of rewards, trials give dragon treasures as rewards as well, which can be used in Bahamut's exchange shop. You can manually refresh the shop to reroll the items, though only a limited number of times. By completing trials, you actually unlock more refreshes, encouraging you to get back out there and tackle more challenges to see if the shop has just what you need or if you can try again. Now, all of that pretty much covers the additions of at least what we know for Trials of the Dragon King. For what is about, $8 to $9 of the $25 cost of the season pass, it's looking like a pretty strong start. No mention of a transmog or glam ability, which I think would be nice, but hey, I'm just here to kill chaos. The season pass is currently part of the deluxe edition, so that's the only way to get it, but Square Enix confirms it will be purchasable separately from this soon. Now, after this, we'll just need to wait on 2 more DLCs to come out to see if the whole pass will be worth it. Anyway, let me know what you think of the details about Trials of the Dragon King. Are you planning on picking up the Mantle of Chaos when the DLC comes out, or are you going to wait till the whole season passes out? Let me know what you think in the comment section of the video below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and keep an eye out for some content on this in the coming days. Anyway, until next time, take care.